when you remove the Nigerian populace in South Africa, there will be no resistance whatsoever. Our people resisted it, and it is because in the course of resistance that they were lynched, killed, in broad daylight. The South African security watched, and you could see them hiding behind these mobs. That means that's sad, tragic, that in this 21st century, the people of South Africa, and of course, some government officials are involved without recourse to looking at the history, without recourse to looking at the black race, without recourse to looking at the continent of Africa. To be doing what they are doing, which they have done in 1998, they repeated it in 2011, they repeated it in 2017, they did it again in 2020, and it is continuous, and it has been continuous. The kind of mob that came out from cities, not one city, all across South Africa, begins to tell me that we are no longer Africa, we are no longer the black race, and we are no longer human beings. And therefore, I have listened to Senator Adams' proposition. As provocative as it is, this is a people's parliament. Can we now bring back those Nigerian citizens that have lost their lives in a very, this tragic horror manner? Can we bring back their lives? Are we not telling the world that we do not care about our people? Are we not giving the impetus to the South Africans, to Nigerians that are in South Africa, that they are on their own? So when the Senate of the Federal Republic speaks, it speaks more than the minister. It speaks more than the ambassador. It sends a clear signal that we can take revenge after diplomacy has failed. So it is important that the world should know that we are concerned. We have seen what they have done, not only to Nigerians, but we've seen what they have done to Zimbabweans, to Ghanaians. And you know, when you remove the Nigerian populace in South Africa, there will be no resistance whatsoever. Our people resisted it, and it is because in the course of resistance that they were lynched, killed, in broad daylight. The South African security watched, and you could see them hiding behind these mobs. That means that particular thing, it wasn't just a mob, it was organized, orchestrated, and the government came with a very lamentable information that, please, stop doing this. Are South Africans not having military? Are they not having police? Are they not having other security apparatus? They do. And they have the gadgets, they have the ability to stop what is being happening. Have they done it? They have not done it, Mr. President. So it is incumbent upon the People's Chamber, and of course, led by you, Mr. President, to speak seriously about this matter. And if this thing continues, we have alternatives. We have options. And therefore, these words should be sent across to South Africa. We know where South Africans are, not only Nigeria, but all over Africa. And we can take this fight to their territory, if need be. But we cannot sit down and, typical of some of us, lament when these things is happening. There is no duplicate. Life has no duplicate. All of a sudden you are killed. Your families have lost you for no reason whatsoever. Mr. President, I think this is as serious as it gets. And today, sir, if this is the only thing the People's Chamber, the Senate of the Federal Republic will discuss, please be it. I thank you for listening.
We have to, it's not just enough to discuss. We must engage our own government on the action to take. like Senator Alero said, there is reciprocity, reciprocal arrangement in international diplomacy. You can't imagine a Nigerian woman or man, a Nigerian child passing on the street, and somebody will go and club that child to death just because the person is a Nigerian. And guess what? This is happening between blacks and blacks. So black South Africans are killing black Africans. Black South Africans are killing black Africans. Who died for them, who contributed for them, who lamented, who cried, who prayed for them to be freed from appetite. It's not a discussion of one day. We will look at prayers, and where the prayers are not strong enough, we'll go into executive session to discuss on further steps. Because if you want to go and kill a lion in a bush, you cannot go there with a bell. You can't be ringing a bell and telling the lion, I'm on my way. Lion, I'm on my way. The lion will definitely run away on hearing the bell. So that's why I was saying that whatever we are going to say here, as a parent, as an individual, as a father, you don't understand what, unless you are not watching the horrific scenes. It's not even as if, I don't think, no empathy, no humanity. And the government has not reacted in a way that will show that the government is not behind this. How can security agencies be in the crowd and be watching this kind of thing happening? And they are armed. And in some places, you see myriad of motorcycles watching, and some using their phones to video, while a Nigerian who was dragged from the kitchen is being murdered. For what? For being in South Africa. That means that South Africa, in fact, is something we must call on even the international organizations like the United Nations. They should take action. It's not something that is a Nigerian thing alone. You know, Botswana has gone to pick their citizens from there. They've gone to the border. Zimbabweans are doing the same. Ghanaians are trying to withdraw their citizens, and Nigeria must do something very, 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 very urgent. That's why I said it's slightly complicated, because this is black rising against black. We are now going to be a mockery in the international community because of our color. So even if we discuss from now till tomorrow, unless we agree on actionable plan and actionable points, discussions will not have any meaning. Senator Izunaso?
I strongly align myself with your last submission, that if we must talk about this matter, there must be decisive actions to be taken. It is not just something, we are all pained, everybody's angry, but what are we going to do? We must take some decisive actions. For example, Botswana have closed their border with South Africa and have also cut electricity supply within the region where they connect to South Africa. Zimbabwe have closed their border with South Africa because of this embarrassing xenophobic attack that is targeted at blacks in South Africa. Mr. President, but if you look at this motion is not only about South Africa. This motion also included Ghana and other countries that have started treating Nigeria as if Nigeria is no longer the giant of Africa that we used to be. Mr. President, Nigeria, we have paid our dues in the African continent. There is hardly any country in Africa that will have problems that Nigeria will not go to assist them. I know how much money, energy, and resources we spent to restore South Africa from the apartheid regime. I also recall the issue of ECOMOG just a few years ago in Liberia, and even in Ghana here. So we must take decisive action on a matter of this nature. So it is not something that we are going to treat with levity. Nigerians must hear our voice. They must know that the People's Parliament is angry about what is happening to our nationals in South Africa and in other countries.
Today, we allow South African businesses to thrive. There is Stanbic IBTC, there is MTN, there is DSTV. They are making hundreds of billions of dollars in Nigeria, while innocent people who left their homeland and went to South Africa for a greener pasture. And there is a pre-trade agreement in Africa which allow people to go from one country to another to do a legitimate business. These people are hardworking and they are being brought from their businesses and burned down to ashes. So as a Senate and as leaders, as responsive government, we have to sanction all these companies that are in South Africa, that are in Nigeria, so that they know the government, because it's the inability of and the irresponsibility of the government of South Africa to protect the life of Nigerians. That is why they allow this criminal element in South Africa to be doing this.
I've listened to the previous interventions by our colleagues with rapt attention. If we spend the whole day of today on this matter alone, it's worth it, Mr. President. There cannot be anything more important than this, of course, except the security of lives and property in Nigeria. Nigerians killed, maimed, businesses destroyed. What are we here for? We speak for them. And I want to agree with you completely too, before I go ahead to agree with what the submission of Senator Ningi is, that we need to align with our other side of government. We need a proper briefing, but we need to stand on our two legs on this, because our perspectives will slightly be different from the executive perspectives, and our contributions to the solutions have different avenues. Mr. President, in the 8th Senate, similar thing happened. Nigerians were killed in South Africa without any justification at all. The Senate and House at that time set up a committee to go to the Parliament of South Africa with a parliamentary message from the Parliament of Nigeria. Mr. President, I would recommend that this Senate, after discussing, debating, and taking resolutions, we talk to the House of Reps. They should do the same. And then we have one parliamentary committee to consist of both senators and members of the House, whether the Foreign Affairs Committee or whichever. And I would suggest here that maybe the Senate leader should lead the team to the Parliament of South Africa, or the Deputy Senate President.
Or the former Senate President.
As it pleases the chair. Mr. President, that is one. Secondly, in 2019, July, they killed Nigerians. I was Senate President. Mr. President, I invited the High Commissioner, the South African High Commissioner here. Those who are in attendance probably could remember what happened, particularly Senator Ojikalu, who was then the chief whip. I told him to his face, enough is enough. You can't be killing our people while your businesses flourish here. And whether black kills black, they are the ones killing us. We are not killing them. They are prospering here. And therefore, we cannot be giving you very convenient, climate environment for you and your businesses. Meanwhile, you will not allow us even have decent livelihood by trading or doing businesses in your country. So, Mr. President, this is something that we need to do. I don't know whether you would like to do that, engage with the South African embassy here, I don't know, but this is your choice, you and the leaders of the Senate or the National Assembly. Mr. President, Nigeria has membership in the Pan-African Parliament based in Johannesburg, South Africa. This is one kind of issue, if we still have members there who are here representing us. This is the kind of issue that we take to the Pan-African Parliament and debate it, because we are affected. And the members, I don't know whether you have them here, but they are supposed to be in the Senate and in the House. Normally, the Senate leader is a member from here and one additional person. If they have not been taking part, let's start taking part, even though we are at the...
They are taking part. The Senator Salim Mustafa and the Senate leader are members of the panel.
Okay, that's great. This is one issue that if there is an opportunity for them to be at the Parliament sitting, they should present this. Mr. President, I believe that we have every reason to do something. We cannot just be saying, it's talking. No. Let's tell the executive arm of government what we feel and let them tell us what they think they can do. And then we align ourselves so that we talk the same language in different ways. Because that's very, very important. But I want to conclude here by suggesting that the House and the Senate should collaborate on this. We should partner and take one team. If there is need for us to send our team to the South African Parliament. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Well, to be honest, I've already sent a message that I would like to see the High Commissioner from South Africa to Nigeria. I also spoke with our Foreign Affairs Minister, Bianca, who come to do legitimate business. Even tourists to South Africa are being killed mistakenly as if they are coming to work. You can imagine somebody, a surgeon from Nigeria, being lynched on the road by a mechanic in South Africa. And then his reason is that the surgeon is coming to take his work. And meanwhile, he's the mechanic. And the surgeon from Nigeria dies because he visited South Africa. So the issue goes beyond rhetorics. It's not acceptable. This is barbaric, this is crude, this is unheard of, this is Stone Age behavior. And we are not seeing action from the government of South Africa. That is the aspect that annoys me. We are not seeing action.